recap, everybody who was here last week knows everything that happened before the tracheotomy. Okay, so you guys, short version, you all wind up in the vent, and the group is now reunited, or you were all in the same room at the same point at one time, but now you're all together as a loose
unit,
cohesive unit.
Moon unit.
Yes. And the kid gives you directions, says go here, and then take the third grade on the left. Or was it the right? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. So you got to the first junction, and then there was debate. We didn't know if he meant take this one or go one more down. Ultimately, it was decided we take this one, so you took that one, and you found where you were supposed to have been, where his directions led you, which was what looked like a maintenance room, not a closet, but a maintenance room. There was some cleaning related and maintenance related stuff in there. There were a couple of desks and some lockers. You pilfered what looked like station maintenance uniforms. There was some healing done. Atticus stole himself a space age Lenovo ThinkPad laptop. Electric band-aids were accumulated, and a tiny bit of research was done on current location, and then the kid that led you to the vent showed up and said, what are you guys still doing here? You gotta go. Get to the docks and find a ship and leave the station. And it was at that point, or shortly thereafter, I can't quite remember the timing, an alert came over the laptop basically saying that the jump gate had been destroyed in a terrorist attack, and the station was being scoured through by security forces in search of potential hostiles. And
I think they're talking about us.
Yep, and we left off with the group reaching for the doorknob that leads out into the station proper.
Gabriel had been listening at the door most of that time to try and get an idea of what kind of traffic was outside. And if I remember right, it sounded like an open space with very little foot traffic, and I had this mental image of like a mall at a low traffic time.
Yeah, we used the Lenovo laptop, and we pulled open a schematic or a blueprint of the thing, and they said there were several areas of the apartments, but just down the hallway was supposed to be a mall of some kind.
That's
yes,
what it was. Okay.
That I should expand a little bit on that as well. So the station itself houses many thousands of people, and the guys that were here last week, you may remember that I described the way this thing is put together. It's referred to as neighborhoods, but each neighborhood is essentially a lot like a hotel that is full of suites instead of crappy rooms and suites. There are probably really nice rooms as well that are a lot better than the regular stuff, but each neighborhood essentially has a big hotel in it. If you know anything about the Luxor Hotel in Vegas, it's kind of like that. There's a big open space inside, and then rooms apartments and things lining the outside, and the floor. What's that?
Have you ever been there?
Dude, we were there at the same time.
I know. I was kidding.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry for not picking that up.
Sorry.
And the floor of each of the neighborhoods is usually taken up by various things like food, grocery stores, shopping, all kinds of stuff. And then you leave that neighborhood and go into yet another neighborhood, and it just goes like that. So neighborhoods are connected and fairly self-contained, but there appears to be easy access to other neighborhoods. And then below the neighborhoods, you start getting into station engineering, docking bays, that kind of thing. So,
but we have been instructed to get the hell off of this station entirely.
Yes.
We need to make a beeline.
We said, if I remember right, and what you just said, where's the docks? Are they're somehow through the mall area?
Yeah, from where you are, you're in a maintenance room, so you open this door and there's going to be a hallway.
Gabriel would like to study the map before we get out of here. He's got a good navigate, but he wants that mental image of what we're doing.
Okay.
I don't know if we've had time to do that or not.
Well, there was a lot of talking going on. So we can say, just to streamline things, that while discussion was being had earlier, you had looked the map over to get a sense of where you think you need to go. Of course, you can, and I assume Atticus will be taking the laptop, quote, end quote, with him.
Yeah, I actually put it in my character, my little equipment thing.
Cool. So you guys can navigate on the move as well. Of course, you're looking to blend in, so that's going to maybe depend on whether or not other people are walking around looking at stuff like that, or, it's just you play it by ear or don't, up to you.
Speaking of blending in, the kid showed, what the hell is Justin's character's name?
Joshua.
Josh. Yeah, how to make the rifle go small, and there was just a ton of uniforms around, so we thought we were going to put those on, I assume.
Yeah, everybody had donned maintenance uniforms, and the rifle is cased, if you will.
Slung it over my back.
Yep. So when you leave the maintenance room that you're in, you're going to go down a hallway and exit into the mall proper. And then you're going to have to cross the mall. You're going to have to navigate that. And it's essentially catty corner. So you're coming out at a corner, essentially. And diagonally across the mall is the exit that you're looking for, and there you will find some elevators that will get you down to the lower levels.
Gabriel will be looking for maintenance tunnels and such. We don't know if they may be locked. You may have to have a pass key to get into them, but if they're not, it's going to probably be better for a group of maintenance guys. He's thinking a group of maintenance guys to be not in the public area, and probably we would run into security forces thinking out in the public spaces. So he's kind of looking for the fastest way, the stealthiest way, how to get in between. He doesn't want to know the entire map. He wants to know point A, point B, and a few different routes in between.
Okay.
So that's what he's going for.
Okay.
But he's leaning towards maintenance tunnels.
So as far as maintenance tunnels goes, you're not finding any on this map. This seems to be a publicly accessible general schematic that you get from the Visitors Bureau, and it's not going to contain. Here's where the sewers are. Here's where all the maintenance stuff is.
Okay. But he might be able to guess at some, so he'll be looking at, okay, if I was designing this, I'm gonna look for voids. We'll look for a door around here, because if there's a door there, that's probably the maintenance kind of thing. But I mean, I can roll and see if it's or you can secret roll and see if it was successful, and then we can find out later, or whatever you want to do. But anyways, that's just his thinking. We'll see how it goes when we're in the midst of it.
Sure. Now, you did mention a pass key. I don't know if any of you remember or not, but you did come across one of those, what you think is one of those, as you were rifling through stuff in here.
I don't think I had it. I was busy being first aided.
I don't think I did either.
I don't think that wasn't your boy, was it?
It doesn't matter, guys.
Okay, so one of us has a pass key. Or what we hope is the pass key.
Josh is going to
I tried the pass key.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Josh is going to suggest we split up a little bit. I mean, like within distance of each other, but try to make it not like 5 guys walking around at the same time. Like, send 2 people up and then 3 people in a second back. So Josh
also
in the back.
Is there any mops or squeegee Windexes or something that we can carry around to make it look like we, I don't know, are useful?
In this room, there are a couple of android robots that look like they're in docking stations and are currently inert, and you wouldn't even begin to know how to bring one of those out of sleep mode or anything like that. I believe I did say there were some old school type maintenance things like mops and brooms and things like that in there.
Oh yeah,
so,
totally push a mop bucket.
There are a couple of those things.
Okay, I'll grab a broom. Let's start heading out. Right, we got to go according to Billy the Kid.
Yep. So
whoever's go with the first group if you want.
Yeah, how many of there are there of us? 6?
5.
5. So can we do like 2, 1, 2?
I'll go in the back group.
Yeah, I'll take up the rear, just to rear guard.
Okay.
I'll go in the lead.
All right.
Right, you're the map guy. Let's just try to exit this room, but enough that we can see the guy in front of us. So Patrick, you're in the lead, but you're essentially leading us all.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm going to be going
with you,
for
Pat.
the most likely of those voids that I was referring to.
Okay. So you reach and you open the door, and
Immediately.
this, I said doorknob earlier. It's not really a doorknob. There's a plate where a doorknob would be, and you essentially push on it. You figure this out. You push on it, and then the door slides open.
I figured it was a Tesla.
As the door slides open, you get. It sounded like you were at a mall earlier, but a ways away from it. Very muffled, very boomy. It's still boomy. It is a lot less muffled now, and you hear the sound of human voices and faint music. And you've got like a 30-foot hallway that has a door on the right-hand side. There does not appear to be anything else in here in this hallway.
Just two doors. The one we're in and one on our right.
Yep.
Does the hallway go past the door on our right, or are we on opposite ends?
You're on opposite ends.
Okay, okay. Mental map check. Just trying to make sure I stay in, kind of orient the map according. Okay, well, this hallway, I'm outside this room. This must be quote unquote north. And move down to that door, pushing the mop in the mop bucket.
Okay.
I'm right behind him.
Okay. Time
Next
to load
door.
the first map.
Yeah, as they enter, I mean, two of us come up from the rear and come in the door and see him going down to the other door.
Okay. Let me know when the map shows up.
Yep.
I see it.
The map
Okay.
shows up.
Sweet. All right. So,
I think I may have to reload. I think I lost my foundry.
okay.
So if I drop out, it's not because I'm leaving.
And you did. We'll wait for you.
Are those
No.
monster energy drink machines?
What's that?
Are those monster energy drink vending machines?
What if like it?
Yep.
To the north, that's what they are.
It might look like it, but we'll get to description momentarily. The door.
I've got
I'm back.
caffeine. That's what plants crave.
Right. The door that you exit out of into the mall here is right behind Gabe's character. And I just put you on the map because I needed you on the map. So, a little bit of description here. The map has walls. Not all of this thing has walls. I needed walls on it, so it's got walls. The Monster Energy drink dispensers that you mentioned are not. They're not quite that. On the side and in a holographic display right above the actual machines. They proudly announce that they are ACMs, which stands for Automated Credit Machines. And they've got a little touch display there and what looks like maybe something akin to a USB port. Looks like some kind of port. So that's there, and you see there's a guy walking away from one of them as you are exiting the doors. This right here, right in front of you, the big purple thing, is a big chunk of art, essentially. It's just a huge sphere with purple swirly stuff and lights inside it, and a lot of inlaid, probably not gold, but some kind of alloy around it that also turns the opposite direction, so you get this weird swirly effect. And then the neon design below it, or flaring out from it, is actually cut into the floor, and there are lights coming out from that. Just to orient you, The black spots on the floor, the squares, like the one I just indicated, those indicate entrances or exits into and out of various shops and stuff. You've got some potted plants laying around as well, and this right here that is above those plants is a holographic pseudo neon sign, and it announces itself to be the Halo Restaurant. Across the way, you see over here, there is a sign above that says the Standing Bar, and here you are. There are lots of people around, but it is not ridiculously crowded. How would you like to proceed?
One quick dumb question. The Halo restaurant, does it have Master Chef working there?
You can see into the windows from where you are. You don't see Master Chef. You just see some people in there sitting and eating.
Patrick, take over where you're being serious.
I'm not 100% sure what they're eating, but there you go.
So Gabe's thought is that he needs to look like he knows where he's going, whether he does or not. So he'll step through, kind of scan the area, because he's supposed to be cleaning up messes, so it's legit that he would check to see if there was something to clean up in that area. And then he will proceed down whatever his mental map tells him is going the correct way to get to another maintenance tunnel. I'm guessing from the view that that's going to be down and left, but I don't think he would not be walking towards the bar or towards the restaurant. He's not here to patronize the businesses. He's not here to go to the ACMs. So, yeah, his thought is down and left.
Okay.
At the same time, I'm going to go mess with the ACM.
Okay. So you get over there, and
it's organic, Patrick.
You do what you do.
As you approach, a screen expands out. The little holographic screen that was above it expands out, and the to like 2 foot, and it changes from just ACM logo and says, insert cred stick to continue.
Do I have anything akin to a cred stick?
Can I make a quick, just comment, to him? Hey, I don't know if it's smart. They probably have cameras. They're looking for us. I don't know exactly if they have that in this day and age, but I know ATMs nowadays have cameras. So
we side fact, we also do have Aiden has a cred stick.
That's true.
I have a cred stick.
If you use,
you found a cred stick. Looking, I thought.
You might have been right.
If you use it, they will track that down. So if you're going to use it, probably use it early. I would suggest not using it at all. But I'm not there to give you advice. I'm leading the way away. So,
So, can I run a computer science roll to see if I know of a way to do this without tripping an alarm, or maybe without being tracked?
I mean, you can make a roll, but even right now, even this technology is, at minimum, the implementation of it is foreign to you. I mean, you've got stuff like this on Earth, but you have no idea if it's run the same way, if, you just have no idea.
Can I say it's a reconnaissance check and not actually do anything with the information?
Sure. While he's doing that, as you guys walk past 3. Oh, too bad. So close.
Park it.
As you walk past the Halo restaurant, you notice that some of the chairs and tables have a red motif, and some of the chairs and tables have a blue motif. Just useless side note information.
Yeah.
I'm going to be about a half a step behind Patrick, and I would like to roll an alertness just to see, is anyone looking suspicious? Is there any security that are walking around?
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Roll it. Hey, Greg, don't forget to check the box on your computer science since you failed. Oh, my.
I am also going to roll a... did I accidentally roll?
Oof.
Oh shit, you rolled nothing.
Hang on.
That was luck.
It didn't pop. I was trying to click pop out, and it accidentally rolled luck.
Likely story.
So I'm going to go ahead and just let's see. I guess I'm going to go ahead and do an alertness check just to see if I can see, looking for cameras, just if there's any place we need to avoid.
Okay.
And I am just. Do I use search or alertness as I'm looking for the path ahead, or navigation?
I would say navigate. Search is going to be more like rifling through things. Navigate makes the most sense to me for this situation. Very nice. Okay. So, Mark, you don't see anything. I mean, even the vast majority of the people that are in here and walking around and stuff, they're not paying any attention to you. You do see what looks like probably some kind of law enforcement at some point, but it's just one dude and he looks really bored. Maybe going home. He doesn't appear to be paying a lot of attention to anybody,
this guy,
much less you.
Is that this guy right here?
No, we're going to get to that.
Okay.
Okay. Josh, you're looking for surveillance kind of stuff. You do see, you don't know if they are, you don't know what their purpose is, but you do see above the fray, there are drones, at least 4 or 5 of them in this area. Like I said, you don't know what they're doing, but they are doing something there in the air. Let's see. Gabe,
Is Atticus you staying back?
What's that?
I was asking Atticus, Aiden, if he was staying back or if he's coming up with us.
I'm following right now. You guys did the checks that I was going to do on alertness to see if there's anything around. I don't know if there's anything else to check because you checked for suspicious people and checked for cameras. Is there anything notable that I can check for? Is there any? You checked for people and for cameras. I don't know if there's anything else to look at.
At this point, I think just continued situational alertness is going to be, or situational awareness, is going to be, it's going to be the soup of the day, if you will. That's going to be high on everybody's priorities list. So Gabe, you, as you are right now, you can't see anything except the left and the right routes and these shops that or businesses that are in front of you. So you're just going to have to get farther into the mall before you can suss it out. But you get the feeling just looking. I mean, you can see clearly down one, and you can see a ways down another. and you get the feeling that you're going to be good either way. You're just not 100% sure. So to the south of you, it goes straight. It actually ends in a wall after a little ways. But you've got what looks to be, you think, is a, if up is north, what you think is an opening or maybe a doorway on the east side, and you know there's what looks like a big, a larger hallway, probably 20 feet in width on the west side. And as you move up, let me see what your character can see. So you can't see into this business, but as you, it's got a lot of windows. As you get closer to it, the windows scroll up a digital sign that says +1 Inc.
Okay. Is this the hallway you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
And then it looks like right there is another opening.
Okay.
Okay.
He's gonna roll. He's gonna roll south.
Okay. Just just for flavor in this room. I don't know if everybody can see it or not. On the outside, I'll move it here. Inside this establishment, you can, when you look inside the windows, see there are several tables. You don't see a chair in the place. And it looks like there are two separate bars at the back of it on the west wall. And each one of them has what looks like a robot that is playing the bartender role.
I want to go talk to the bartender.
You're going to go in?
I don't know. I bring it up to the group.
Feels like a bad
right
idea.
in front of me.
We're trying to get at
Josh and Atticus.
I shake my head and I go, no, we've got to get out.
I've had enough drinking for the past 48 hours, 24. I don't even know how long it's been.
All right.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna firmly suggest we don't, and that we keep moving.
I'll call you Square and then move with you.
Dave's on a mission.
My whole thing is following Gabe's hip.
So, Gabe, as you are walking, it's hard to see into the windows of +1, and we'll get to the across the way momentarily, but the doors to these establishments are largely fields, energy fields. I don't want to say force fields,
okay.
but they're maybe holographic, maybe they're some kind of climate control based or something along those lines. But you see people passing in and out of them. They never open or close or let down. People just walk through. Now you can see clearly, if just slightly hazy, through there, and +1 is an interesting place. You can see some droids or some robots in there. You see maybe some kind of furniture in there a little bit, and then inside the central area there are at least 10 what look like people. Maybe they're mannequins. They're just standing completely still. There are some guys in some male mannequins or whatever they are. Some of them are very, very nicely dressed. Some of them are very casually dressed. And then there are a bunch of females. It looks like probably there are more females than males. And the females run the gamut between absolutely freaky to very scantily clad to going to a nice dinner party. And yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. So there's that. Across the way, the doorway right here, the sign on the side of the building, and these right here are all windows, but the sign on the exterior of it, somebody got lazy with the naming, because it just says sit and watch.
Hey, someone, does that start with T?
Hey man, I don't exist in that universe.
Oh my god, these pictures.
What?
Specifically this one, the head just seems, scale is interesting.
Oh my god.
Where the hell did you pull these from?
Should we be concerned about the sheep in
Is this a bird?
I don't want to walk in there, but I kind of do want to see what the rest of those people look like.
I kind of want to go in to watch and see. Like, what are we watching and seeing?
My head.
Oh, what is this?
Atticus goes in.
What are we summoning?
I might have my curiosity got the best of me, and I just had to slip my.
We've got a cat over here that's just like curled up next to a mouse.
Okay, so Atticus,
Tickle Me Elmo's peeking on us in the corner.
Atticus, when you walk in, this individual is behind a desk, and it's wall-to-wall computer stuff. There's not counter space or anything like that. It is just nothing but electronics, screens, and buttons and stuff. And she is facing away from you as you walk in, looking out the window. And as soon as you walk in, she turns around and she says, "Hi, welcome to Plus One. Look around. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you."
Okay. So all of these. Oh my god.
So it's literally what you see there. There is a sheep. There is a pig. There are all these inert, clearly not alive, life-size people, and then there are some, R2D2 looking things, and there's a bird on the display over there, and a cat and a mouse are just sitting on the floor. Over in this corner, it looks like they have some game boards, maybe. So, as you walk through that, the people, if you will, don't say anything, but they take one step and move not at all otherwise to get out of your way.
That's weird.
That right there is a big, it's a holographic table. It's currently got some, demo-related readouts and stuff on it. This looks like a large game table. That's a small game table. That is a hollow unit. That right there looks like a big stuffed animal. And then these look a lot like Roombas.
Interesting.
Oh, I forgot. This and its counterpart here are also overt. They're obvious robotic entities. And they look formidable. The protrusions on them are actually barrels.
So like a gun?
Yes.
Oh boy. You didn't explain this. I don't know if I can.
Yeah, so that is just looks like just lights set on the floor in a funky design. As you walk over to it, it expands up to about 7 feet in height and out to essentially a big cylinder. You can see through it all the way, but it expands out to that. It's all holograph light, and a door opens up from it, a door of light essentially. You get the feeling you could just walk right through it anyway, but a door opens up and it just sits there shimmering.
Okay. Does this look familiar? Like this technology?
You have never seen anything like this.
Oh boy. I don't know if I want to go into that. The place is weird. That is my well, I guess here's a question. So we're looking around. Is there like tags on these like people? Like, are we supposed to be purchasing these things?
You don't see a price tag anywhere.
Damn. I don't know how much time I want to spend here, but can I ask this lady, like,
You walk up and
I'm trying to think if I want to phrase this question, because I don't want to be obvious that I don't know what the hell's going on, because that's suspicious.
she's been looking down at her display doing something, and as you approach, she stops and she looks up and tilts her head about 5 degrees to the right. Big smile. Yes?
Okay, I'm going to act like I kind of know what some of what I'm specifically interested in the little gun thing over here. So I'm going to ask her what are the specifications of the gun. Does it look like a droid, like a robot?
Yes, it is. Right? It is a droid, yeah.
Ask her what are the specifications of that droid.
Those are the Gen 4 cybernetic security bots. We have 2 in stock currently, but we have more in warehouse if you're interested in purchasing several. Specifications, and she rattles off, their capabilities. They'll do maximum of 15 miles an hour, and she may not say miles an hour. That's what I know, so it's what we're getting. 15 miles an hour. Battery magazines, it will hold up to 5, giving it a maximum output of 500 rounds before it needs to be recharged or have mags replaced. It will do plasma, laser, or kinetic. It unfortunately does not do EMP.
How much?
60,000 credits each. Quite a deal, she says.
I don't know how much you're on my stick. Go ahead, Andy, sorry.
Haggle.
Haggle.
Who has the cred
You're
stick?
persuasive.
I think I have the cred stick, actually.
Okay.
Was there any way? I guess we didn't. I didn't do any observation on the cred stick. Is there any way to basically look to see how much is on it?
Nope.
Oh boy. I guess.
You got it.
I brought it up when he
You
was.
got it from the pocket of a janitor. Just gonna throw that out there.
I guess that's true. That's some good thinking right there. I probably shouldn't purchase.
You are currently
Hey, on
dressed as a janitor.
On the flip side, what's the worst that happens? The android says that you don't have enough money, and now we know how much is on it.
I'm not telling not to do anything. I'm just throwing out facts.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm with you too, and I think we all are. But I mean, I don't know.
As-
Potentially, an android could be helpful.
Yeah,
As
just
you-
send it.
But they
As
could
you,
also be spying, right? Then they'd be reporting home, probably, saying, hey, look, dumbass over here is dressed as a janitor, stumbling around these androids.
As you hesitate a little bit, she says, "We are currently running a special on all our comfort units if you would be interested in those."
Comfort unit. Oh,
No, don't.
do it, buddy.
Hang on.
How much?
This is the same guy who got drunk on the first episode. Why did I think otherwise?
Full send.
I'm just curious to see the price.
So you asked how much?
Yeah, that's how much.
Modules do they have?
Currently on sale for 12,000.
Dude, that's a steal.
We have no comparison for how much a credit is worth.
Correct. Do it.
What's the specs on that one, though? Can we, like, does it do any sort of like?
Why does this feel terrible to ask?
Yeah, I'm gonna. What are the special features?
I'm not asking dimensions. I'm asking to at least kinetic hits.
Oh my god.
Doesn't get better.
What do you ask, Aiden?
What are the dimensions?
No, my original, the phrasing was, "What are the special features?"
Oh, geez.
They are all standard comfort units. However, we have many add-on firmwares that can be purchased.
Oh my god. Aiden's haggling over a real doll.
I'm not gonna push it anymore. I don't think we can afford any of these. I think I'm done derailing him unless anyone else has any. I'm gonna go back in the hallway, give everyone a quick recap of what just happened without spending too much time physically, and saying if anyone has any ideas or we should just move on.
Dave is far more
Josh
concerned.
kind of laughs because he saw what they were. And he just heads to the corner to just try to scope out this way.
Okay. So this doorway above it, it has a sign that basically says +1 test range.
Which sign did you?
This building.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ah. Am I still relying on that previous navigate check? See what my gut is for where we need to go?
You can make another one now that you are down here. Go for it. Wow, critical success. Okay. You are quite confident that you're headed in the right direction.
If I go west from here or continue south?
No, if you go west. This south of you is actually a wall.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure I understood. So I am going to continue. I'll let people explore. They can tell me what they learned later. I'm going to continue kind of keeping an eye on the floor. I'm here. I'm looking for spills. It's what I do, right? So I'm going to continue down the hall.
Okay.
And make it. The last thing I want to do, or one of the things I want to avoid, is leaving them behind or not letting them know which way I went. So I'm going to be moving purposefully, but not quickly.
Gotcha.
Hey, what's this?
And y'all keep investigating.
What's what?
What?
Oh, the sign above that one says +1 test
wait.
drive. What did I say?
Test shooting range, not shooting
Test range.
Yeah. Luke.
Could have stolen one of those robots.
Did you find out how many credits you had?
No, I didn't.
Okay, Mark, you open the door and it is exactly what it looks like. There is nothing in here except a bed.
Hey, Mark.
Are you talking to Greg?
Oh, is that Greg? Sorry, I got the two.
Mark is walking right next to Patrick.
Got the two icons mixed up. Greg, that is, there's just a bed in there. Mark, you are looking into or right next to a what looks to be another establishment, and the blue things there, it's just a line of, and there are, of course, 4 of them in there. It's nothing but walkways, and the blue things are displays of clothing.
Well, we could try to get out of these uniforms.
What I was just pinging, that right there, the sign above it indicates that it is a food joint. Tacos.
What were you pinging?
I just see
Are you talking? Where were you?
Right there.
to the south.
Is this door locked?
So, hang on, Josh. As you pass by the window, you can see there are people in there. It's customers only, and there's not a table. There's not a counter. There's not any indication of there being a kitchen. It's just a tiled floor. And yes, Greg, that door is locked. There are windows though.
I saw that. It's got a big screen and a pool table inside.
Yep.
And people are eating in there, like just standing around?
So you watch for just a few seconds, and a dude walks over to this wall, and a display comes up on the wall, right? It's like ceramic, where it looks ceramic, and like a 1 foot by 1 foot section or tile of the wall goes black as he walks up to it, and then text starts scrolling, and he uses his hand. He doesn't touch it, but he gets about 2 inches away from it, and he's just scrolling with it, and then he stops and he taps on something, and the screen changes, and you can see what looks like a hexagonal piece of bread, essentially, is what it looks like. And he taps on it, scrolls through a couple other things, taps another thing, holds up his cred stick to the wall, just holds it up. A big green check mark comes on the screen. He puts the cred stick away, and then a drone drops out of the ceiling carrying a hexagonal, probably 8-inch by 8-inch wafer. It's not floppy at all. It looks, you're not sure, maybe like graham cracker consistency. You're not 100% sure, but it's thicker than a graham cracker, like a 1/4 inch. and it delivers it to him. He takes it. He walks off taking a bite.
Okay.
All right, Atticus.
Kind of look over at Gabe just to see. After I see all this, I kind of look over to see where Gabe's going, just to make sure that I'm
Gotcha.
not lounging too much.
Yep.
When you guys, when the rest of the guys start kind of pausing a little bit, he stops with the mop and he works on a spot on the floor, and then he'll move on. When it looks like they're kind of, I don't want to get separated from them, but I don't want to. I think it's really strange that he's stopping in the middle of the hall. So he's going to stop and he's going to, like he's scrubbing a spot, and then he'll put the mop back in the bucket and he'll move forward. So we need to learn what's going on here. So he doesn't want to discourage that, but
right.
So he's going to move forward when everybody kind of, all right, I checked it out. Let's keep going.
Okay. So it's around this time. Atticus and Greg, you can see that there's a big meeting space in there.
Those are chairs.
Yep, big hollow screen and a lot of chairs. Maybe it's a movie theater or somewhere that they give presentations. Not sure. But as you guys are milling around, the canopy of this joint, it's open air and it goes up easily 50 or 60 feet, and then there's a ceiling. And below that, but it's hard to tell, maybe 40 feet up, maybe 35, 40 feet, something like that. There is a change in the sound of the place. It's been just kind of open air, sound like a mall, right? Fading in over just a couple of seconds is a sound of trees in the wind and birds chirping. There's a sound of a dog barking in the distance, and about 35 or 40 feet up, the whole view changes to a blue sky with the sun and kites off in the distance and birds flying. You can tell that it's digital, but it is super vivid. It's crazy. And the temperature in the room, in the area, begins to change.
I say something. Is it warmer or colder?
It begins to get warmer.
Kind of tug at the collar of my shirt, and I'd be like, "Hey, is anyone starting to sweat a little bit?"
Brett is just,
or is it just me?
Brett is staring up at it, open mouth, and he just goes, "Bro." Whoa.
Whoa.
Your exit is right there. It's a hallway. And you've got a door here.
Do I have a vibe? Which one is preferable?
You're not sure. The hallway is just that. There's no door, so it's at least more accessible.
Does it look like shops, or does it look like just is it just a route to somewhere else, or is it more shops?
Narrower. Right. So it's probably a 15-foot wide hallway. And first, I apologize for not having a map for it, but 15-foot wide hallway. And it's got what look to be, you're guessing elevators. If not elevators, then double doors. 2 or 3 sets. And there are some people walking through and milling about. And it extends maybe 50, 60 feet, and then there's more, what looks like more mall beyond that.
And my understanding of the docks is they're on the far side of the mall.
What you remember from the map was the docking bays and maintenance, or not maintenance, but engineering and those that keep the place running and transportation levels are below the neighborhoods.
So elevators might be a good idea. They might have cameras. Have we seen anything that might be stairs?
You have not yet seen anything that looks like stairs.
Have we explored up north more? On the other side of the movie theater?
You did not.
No, I was trying to make a beeline for the exit. The door that's to my south is just a standard door. It's not, there's no kind of marking or anything.
Right, no marking.
Not a shop.
Yeah, probably not a shop. There's not a window. There's not even a window in the door.
So I'm going to share with Mark, well, everybody who's standing there, that we need to go down at least one level. Thinking stairs, but it looks like there's elevators down this hallway. What do you think?
I think we'll look for some stairs, is what Josh says.
Stairs, maintenance shaft, something like that.
So I would expect elevator shaft and stairs. My accent's all over the place. To be in the same area.
Okay.
Let's
go see what's.
So he's going to go towards the elevators. And you said there were doors in that vicinity? Or?
Yes. So as you guys have been standing there talking, Josh, go ahead and give me another alertness roll.
Dang it.
Okay, tick the box.
Yep.
Can I go ahead and do the same?
Yeah, go for it.
I think I DC'd.
Ooh. Dude,
I am rolling so well.
Gabe is a brick. Make sure you check the box. Mark, well done. So, as you guys are standing there, you can see a dude who is standing right here. And he's looking at that window. But he's looking
At the reflection.
at the window at an angle to where he's not looking at any of the clothes. Plus, the clothes are all digital at this point. So there's not really anything to look at in there. And you can see that just the angle that he's at, he's got to be looking at you. In fact, as you turn around and as you survey the area and lock onto him, he immediately turns and starts to walk back down the hallway.
I'm going to say, Josh, Atticus, do you want to help our friend either physically or persuade? Just go check that guy out.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, either knock him out or talk to him. I don't know which way to handle it.
He's unaccompanied, right? Can Josh and I maybe go wander to get a taco here real quick? Look out the window and just make sure no one else is... You said he's standing...
He's walked down the hall.
Yeah, I'm gonna put an icon on the...
Because you said he was standing at a window. I didn't see which one you hovered on. I thought it was this one.
No, well, he's walking down the hallway now. But, Tom, real quick, does he look formidable? Or is he going to be a nerd that we can push over?
Well, he's wearing a jacket.
Jacket?
Maybe like the consistency of a denim jacket, maybe. It's not like a bulky coat. He looks like he's casually dressed. He's not a small dude. He's a bigger guy. And you rolled well enough. He's definitely wearing... He's not wearing shoes. He's wearing something akin to combat boots.
So he has a look to him. All right.
And so that's where
that guy is. He's got a look.
That's where he is. You get the feeling he's watching you. As soon as you spot him, he starts walking that away.
Don't know that we want to.
We still have the laser rifle?
Sounds like a bad idea.
I'm not sure.
There are people everywhere.
I'm just curious.
I have a laser rifle, yes.
Are there people everywhere? I just want to make sure I'm clear on that, because for some reason I get the feeling that there's few and far between people.
If we catch up to him, Josh, we can probably do a little intimidation.
I mean, you've probably seen, to answer your question, Mark, you've probably seen upwards of 100, maybe 150 people milling around in this area.
Fantastic.
A lot of coming and going. But yeah, it's not like rush hour, standing room only busy. It's not Saturday afternoon at a large, successful mall busy.
Just go take him out. Like take him into one of the shops that seems to be a little bit unpopulated, and do like an intimidation or knock his ass out. I don't care.
Everything has windows. How are you going to hide this?
There's got to be like a bookshelf or something, right?
So over here, there's a bunch of closed doors with no windows.
They're
bedrooms.
Brett chimes in and says, "Dude, I'm not getting a good feeling here. I think we should go."
Dude.
Gabe wants to go down the hallway and see if there's any signs indicating elevators or stairs. You do what you need to do with the guy. I'm coming back here, but I'm gonna go scout the hall. He's gonna go left.
As Atticus kind of says what he wants to do to Josh, Josh kind of grabs him by his shoulder and goes, "I don't know that we want any of that guy. I think we need to keep moving." My opinion.
I'll concede.
Okay. So Gabe,
Computer nerd calls everyone cowards.
You're
Gabe,
welcome to go after him if you want to.
you walk down the hallway, and as you're walking down there, one set of the double doors opens. It's the set closest to you. Opens up, and 5 or 6 people walk out Some of them are on a hollow device that looks like it's approximately palm sized or maybe an iPad sized. And they're just scrolling through, head down. A few of them have a cup of coffee or some kind of beverage. They're all dressed just like everyday people, and they disperse and go separate ways. One of them walks right past you, doesn't even look up, doesn't say anything, just goes right by you. And
do I see into the door?
I was going to say, assuming you keep walking so that you can get a better view, it does look like it's an elevator. Not because there are obvious signs of it being an elevator. It's just a really small room at this point. So what else could it be? It's probably 7 foot by 7 foot.
He's also looking to see if there are nondescript single doors along this way, because again, he's thinking that if there are stairs between levels, the convenient way to do that would be to put them adjacent to the elevator shafts. So he's not thinking fire safety; he's thinking verticality in the architecture.
Right. Okay. So now go ahead and give me a search roll.
That's not something he's great at.
Oh.
You weren't too far off, though.
Yeah, you're not seeing anything immediately.
Okay. How far down the hallway am I?
You're about 15 or 20 feet.
And you say it was 50?
That is about 60 feet.
Okay. He's going to continue down to the other end and see just kind of survey the entire hall and what's at the other end, but he'll turn around when he gets to the other end and he'll come back.
Okay. So while he's doing
that gives these guys enough. Yeah, that gives these guys enough time to get into trouble.
So he's taking his little walk. What's everybody else doing?
I think I'm going to let other people answer. I'm kind of bringing up the rear. I think we need to keep moving and try to get.
Right. I believe you made the decision to let the dude that was watching you go.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just hanging out here? Are you following Gabe? Are you...
I want to go explore up north. Like past the movie theater. See what's up there.
Okay.
Is that okay with everyone?
Whatever you need to do. You're
Better
your own
careful.
man.
Yeah, I mean, you can go up there. I think...
Anything happen when I step into this room?
That's a window.
Yeah, there's not much going on in there. Currently there's nobody in there. When you step in, the screen comes on and starts showing today's features are blah 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 blah. And
No, Tom. No blah blah blahs. I want you to make up new movies.
I was going to say, not to be particularly crass about anything, but at least 2/3 of it is porn.
Wow. Never mind, Tom. Never mind.
I go back and I go, guys, come in here. No.
You're terrible. Okay,
Yes.
so
I'm thinking I'm going to walk with Patrick, and I want to ask him a couple questions.
okay.
So, Patrick, you looked at the map very well, and you have a pretty good idea of how to get out. I'm curious, if we get in the elevator, and I'm asking him this question, if we get in the elevator and keep our heads down, I mean, the chances of a camera seeing us is pretty slim. Even if they do see us, how far is it from the elevator to the docking bay? I'm just coming up with a contingency plan for if we cannot find a stair, ladder, or a chute.
Well, on top of that, someone already saw us standing here. We don't know who exactly they were, but if they're someone looking for us, then they know exactly what we're trying to do.
We gotta just start rolling some dice anyway.
I'm all in for the elevator.
Who is listening to what?
What's that?
Patrick's wife on the piano.
I was going to say, is there a marital piano thing going on right now?
That sounds like Minecraft.
Teresa is trying to work up a new song.
Okay.
I mean, it didn't sound bad.
She
All I
is.
heard was- Go ahead.
She has been reteaching herself. She hasn't played consistently for like 30 years. And so for the last couple of years, she's been picking out old music and trying to remind herself how to work the keys. I am amazed. So, but yeah, I was upstairs closer to the piano. That's why I had turned off the video. But.
Okay, so Mark and Greg are having a conversation. Everybody else is just hanging out. Greg, you go through the movie theater, up top, directly north of the movie theater, that darker floored establishment you had gone into, with the what looked like crates spaced out within it. The name of that business is Bud's Guns.
Bud's Lights.
And then, of course, you saw there was a pool hall in between it and the bar. Now, Mark, did you get an answer from Gabe?
I don't think so.
I don't think Gabe knows the answer.
Okay.
Well, and is it somewhat fair to say that Atticus is also with us, because you had brought up some good points too there, Aiden.
Mm-hmm. I would say we go.
I'm
down.
Okay, let me
you guys are
correct
down
that.
the hall. I'm down the hall too.
Gabe may know the answer, but Patrick doesn't know the answer. He would absolutely have shared what he knows about relative distance. You know, it's going to be twice as far from the elevator as it was to get here. Whatever his recall is, I can roll a navigation check to see what he remembers, and then try to relay that.
What do you think, Tom?
I was going to say, remind me what your question was, Mark.
Just something along the lines of how far of a run, potentially run, are we going to need to do once we get out of the elevator and we need to get to the docking bay area?
Okay. So Gabe remembers that. I'm not going to make you roll unless you just want the chance to fail. To the best of his recollection, it's not going to be that far a run, if you will. Kind of hard to gauge on the schematics, but you're thinking maybe before you start running into docking bay options, you're thinking maybe 100 yards.
Okay, then
And we've
if that's your response, Gabe, then I'm just going to say, let's do it. Let's just try and get out of here before danger finds us.
Okay. So, Greg, are you still standing where you're standing?
Yes.
Okay.
So
What
we
do you-
tell him that he needs to get over here so we can leave.
What are you
Keeping an
doing
eye out
right
for the
there?
stranger.
Oh, okay. So you're keeping an eye out for the stranger, and the stranger walks back into view.
Oh shit.
Oh,
So what?
Just
I guess we don't
them
know that.
alone?
Yes, currently.
I face him and just cross my arms and stare him down.
Gabe, take him to a porno. Not Gabe.
Give him a recommendation.
Wow.
God, what's Connor? What's your character's name again?
Greg.
Greg, not Gabe. That's why I got
Moon Unit.
Yeah, Greg, go take him to a porno, and then let's knock him out in a room by himself.
Offer to buy him, or offer to have him try out one of your favorite +1 robots. Bring him to one of those one-on-one rooms.
We're gonna
kill him.
We're gonna grab a real doll and then take a hop, skip, and a jump over to the porno.
Society
man,
is so messed up.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna, I'm gonna face him with my arms crossed.
Okay. Are you attempting to? Well, you're mean mugging him. That's what you're doing. So the closest we have to intimidate in this game is persuade. So I'm going to need you to roll me a persuade roll.
I apologize in advance.
We're going up in flames,
I
gentlemen.
don't know what you're apologizing to me for.
Oh, yeah.
Tick the box.
Ooh.
So you cross your arms and you're mean mugging this dude, and he just looks at you. And then he starts walking towards you.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Guys, he's back. He was, I made him, yeah.
I'm gonna look at him and say, "Coward."
I literally like clothesline him as he comes in.
We gotta open that elevator. Let's press buttons here. Let's start mashing the down or up. So I think it said it was down.
Okay, so
Ding, 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 ding.
you guys book it to the elevator?
Yes, or that's what I meant.
Okay, so there's no button to push. As you get in front of the elevator, the floor area lights up. It's not bright light, it's very dim, but it's a change. It lights up, and then the doors open, and you have an empty elevator in front of you.
Enter.
Do we enter the
go.
elevator?
I was waiting.
In we go.
Yeah, I'm going to say get in, but look away from the ceiling.
I want to be the first one in. I'm booking it.
You're
I'm
alive.
sweating.
You're way behind us.
All right. So
Did anyone else's map just disappear? Okay.
we shifted maps. You're just apparently playing catch up.
Mine is loading at 98%. Oh, 100.
The elevator shot us off into space and we died.
Perfect.
I
Right.
didn't see that trap coming. Did anyone detect trap?
Oh no, I think we'll be fine. It's the elevator room I can use.
All right, you guys all pile into the elevator, and the doors close. Tink.
The map
display-
loaded, but I'm still in space. I don't know if that's.
It's
Yeah, I just see space.
We're
Okay.
all in space. It's fine.
Okay.
Once you're inside the elevator, the doors then become the control panel, and it asks you essentially, or is prompting you where you want to go. And you've got it's very clearly delineated what floor you're on, and then up you've got neighborhood floors, and then above that you've got it says BHQ1, BHQ2, BHQ3, and it goes on. Below you have maintenance, docking bay 1, docking bay 2, docking bay 3, docking bay 4, docking bay 5, etc.
Gabe, what's your lucky
My
number?
understanding of the docking bays, are they vertical or are they spread out multiples on a given level? In other words,
Are they vertical launch bays, or are they like?
no. Is docking bay 5 going to be one ship, or I'm sorry, level 5 is that one ship, or is that like different areas of an airport where?
Right. So, to the best of your understanding, from looking at the map, it's not going to be single ship. they're going to be docking bay levels that have many docking bays on them.
Okay. And how many roughly are there?
You have no idea.
Okay.
Or how many docking bay levels?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, are there buttons or is it a screen that I scroll through?
It's a screen that you scroll through and make a choice on.
Okay. So he's going to scroll through.
As you are scrolling, you're, guys, I found the docking bays, whatever. The door opens halfway, and flying in is the dude that had been following you. And he is coming in swinging. When I say flying, I don't mean flapping his wings.
Speedily, yeah.
He's coming in hot, and he's coming in swinging. And he's going to, I don't know, he's going to be aiming at Josh. So let's all...
That was a dumb move.
Chose forward.
Let's all roll initiative.
What was the...
I thought it was based on your...
yeah, it is. I'm sorry, it is based. Let me get everybody into the combat or encounter tracker, which me popping that out may have been a terrible idea because when I tried dragging stuff to and fro, it didn't work well last time.
You can pop it back in, right?
Yes, I can.
That's dexterity, correct?
Yeah, it's based off your dex, and you don't actually roll anything.
Right. Which is perfect, because I was thinking even if I won initiative, I was going to just sit down and wait for Josh to own this guy.
And wait for Josh to own this guy.
Josh is the one with the gun, so unfortunately I probably can't.
I have a plan on my turn.
I need my dude again.
Dexterity 8, that sucks for him.
Okay, we are going to highlight everybody, bring everybody into the combat tracker, and we're just going to roll all because there's no actual rolling that occurs. All right.
Beaks.
Let's get this part Y started. Get a couple things situated. And as it turns out, Gabe, it is your turn. So this dude comes flying into the thing, and he's trying to get past you to get to Josh.
I'm ducking.
Well,
I'll let him.
We'll just say that Josh is next to you. Him being his temperament and profession, I see him wanting to be just naturally migrating to being more on point. So you're in the middle, he's off to the right. This dude comes flying in and he's going to swing at Josh. But it's your turn.
I'm holding down the closed button and I'm scrolling and I'm going to hit a random set of about 4 or 5 docking bays. I don't care what levels. I'm just going to hit a handful of them. So we don't know where we're going. They might as well not know either.
Right. Okay. So there's that. That's what you're doing. Greg. Oh, here, let me do this. Let me do it this way. We'll actually use the combat tracker. Begin combat. That's your turn. Greg, it's your turn.
Okay. I don't really know what I can do. Over by Gabe. Is there anything it looks like I can do to help, like with the controls? Like what are my options, I guess?
So at this point, the door came open halfway. I guess I should have finished my description there. Door comes open halfway. This dude comes in swinging, and the door actually closes after he enters. So the display on the door blinked out when it opened. He comes in, and then it closed, and the display comes back, and it's like it came back right where you were, as opposed to having reset. So then Gabe starts scrolling through and hitting, take me to this floor, and then this floor, and this floor, and
random.
this floor, and this floor. So as far as computer stuff goes, you're not sure if there's anything you can do at this point.
Is there an improvised weapon around? Wait, hold on. Have we talked to this guy at all?
You have not spoken to this guy at all.
He had combat boots on. Is there anything else? Like, what is he wearing a uniform of some kind?
No, he's wearing...
Instead of jacket.
Yeah, it's like he's wearing dark, cargo-esque pants and a dark shirt and this sort of denim-looking jacket.
As far as we know, he's a dad on vacation.
Yeah, maybe. Who just figured he'd pick a fight with 5 dudes? 6
Maybe
guys?
he's drunk.
I'm gonna say this is a bad idea on his part. He's gonna get
Sounds like one of us, the way everybody's fucking bitching out and running. What can I do in this elevator to not have to do anything? Jeez. I'm just messing.
Greg, what you doing?
Is there an improvised weapon around? Thing I pick up to swing?
I mean, you could pick up Brett and swing him.
Yes.
Otherwise, you've got your fists.
I'm so useless. Anthropology.
What?
Search. Unarmed. I guess I have a 40 in unarmed combat.
Swing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tackle him.
Okay.
He
You
wasn't
happy with
gonna
unarmed
attack.
combat for that?
Yep. Oh my.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
Maybe it's got to be the close quarters. That's got to be what the deal is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So there you go. That's your turn. You jostle everybody around and you wind up shoulder hugging Brett.
You fall
Give
right
him
in
a big
and
wet
provide
sloppy
that.
kiss on the cheek.
And it's Brett's turn and he shoulder hugs you back.
He's not going to do anything?
No, I'm looking. Just
Okay.
turns out Surfer Dude's got a pretty good unarmed combat. So he's going to take a swing at the guy too.
What is this?
You don't know.
Okay, I don't.
We'll know the successor.
Excuse me.
I guess it tells us the target once he rolls.
It does.
So,
Oh, and it's a crit failure. He actually
Jesus
punches
Christ.
Gabe in the side of the head, but it doesn't do any damage. It just temporarily disorients you. So he's not good at that. Josh, you have a target.
That's the box.
I have a target. My unarmed combat actually isn't that great. It's okay, but I go ahead and I see him swinging, and I'm going to go ahead and try to attack first. So
Okay.
let's do a little
If you
unarmed combat.
punch him with the steel hand, is that
Here we go.
unarmed?
Nice. Success.
Mucho success.
Okay, so if you remember, if you go to equipment, you actually have unarmed. You have an unarmed attack that you can roll from there, and you've got damage available to you to roll there.
So you can roll the skill check from there. Right. Why is it 1d4?
All right, a 2. Yeah, I don't like it when it does that. Okay, so you land a punch on him. It's kind of a glancing blow. It's not, it's not a slobber knocker, but you hit him a little bit. Atticus.
I don't know if we established, this elevator is probably not very big. Is this just an average size?
Yeah, it's like 7 foot by 7 foot. So there's not a lot of wiggle room in here.
I'm gonna role play that I was backed into the corner on the elevator and I can't really reach past anyone without.
Okay.
But I am going to yell at this guy and basically call him a dumbass and I'm going to, I guess, try to do an intimidation on. I'm going to yell, "Hey, dumbass! It's a 6v1. We're going to kill you."
Okay, so go ahead.
He did not get off many good jabs, but he did get off several cutting remarks that will make him think hard later.
Indeed. So make a persuade roll.
Success.
Dude, okay. Okay. The effect of that will be seen shortly as it's his turn.
And your persuade's high. Ooh. Sorry, Jeremy.
So the combination of the glancing shot to the face that Josh delivered and your strongly worded letter, he does not fare well in his first attempted attack. Mark, it is your turn.
Okay. I assume I saw him try to punch. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to try and use both of my hands and hold that arm.
Okay.
So grapple.
Yep. That's an unarmed combat roll.
Up here. Where did I? All right. Let's give this a roll. I fail finally.
Well, check the box.
Oh, I checked it hard.
Okay. All right, we are back. Gabe, your selections have been made. The elevator is, you assume, moving. And there
Where is this guy relative to Josh and I?
He's essentially right between the two of you.
Okay. I had that improvised club from earlier. I intended to keep it, unless the GM says that wasn't a possibility.
It was an improvised what?
It was improvised club. I think it was a pipe or something. That was laying.
Yeah, the pipe from the hangar bay that you had been in. Okay.
I kind of figure it could have been in the bucket all along without really.
Okay, so here's what let's do. Let's make me a luck roll. That's a 50-50 roll.
Break them off and make it a weapon.
You, sir, have your pipe.
I want to apply said pipe to Josh's attacker.
Okay.
Since he's between us. I'm not worried about aiming this time, Josh.
Do you have that on your character sheet?
Aim.
I do.
Okay, excellent. Aiming. Oh, no.
No one's dying.
I should have aimed.
So you swing that thing, and it's almost like he has eyes in the back of his head because he does one of those duck swivel things that it's a total boxing maneuver. The standard duck and move, and that thing just sails right over his head and slams into the wall of the elevator, which looked like nice wood paneling, right? I didn't give you the description of that. It looks like very nice wood, like oak, very finely crafted oak. Your pipe slams into that, and it's a very metallic thunk. So much for illusion.
All right. Right.
Greg, it is your turn.
I am going to. Okay, so he is currently, like, still actively upright, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna try to wrestle him to the ground again.
Okay.
Unarmed combat.
Yeah, go for it.
Wow.
This is going great, everyone.
You punched
Just
the
as a
wall.
note, Aiden. We're tourists, man. We're supposed to be tourists.
I continue to do nothing.
Okay. Yep, you punched the wall. All right.
It's not Kyle though.
Oh, it could be. It is Brett's turn. Brett is going to attempt to grapple said foe. And I hate that when it does that. Alrighty. Equipment.
How big is the gun case that I have?
Oh
Is it
my.
just the size of the gun? A little bigger?
He really sucks at that. Yeah, it's the size of the gun. So it's like it looks like a really nice pool case probably. It's like pool stick case. It's maybe 3 foot, maybe a little longer than 3 foot, and probably 8, maybe between 8 and 10 inches in depth, and then just a couple inches in width.
Okay.
Brett is not effective in combat. Making it Josh's turn.
I'm going to go ahead and just take another swing, just trying to do a little damage since everybody else is not, and I'm so close.
Oh, dude.
All right.
This is harsh. Check the box if it's not already.
I got it.
All right, so you miss and you almost punch Gabe in the face. The joys of close quarters combat. Atticus, it is your turn.
Oh man,
Still slinging insults.
I can give it a shot here, but I feel
Yes, vicious mockery.
Can I maybe
Vicious mockery.
cheer on my teammates to give them a boost instead?
You know
I
what?
don't know
Sure.
what I mean.
Yeah, make another persuade roll.
All right, I'm gonna say something along the lines of like, all right, let's snap his neck or something like that.
Go team, go.
Yeah, basically go team go, but vicious.
Okay.
Viciously. He says it viciously.
Well, I sound more like a cheerleader.
Yeah.
You got a team?
All right.
Shut up, Atticus.
Hey, well, if you put me closer to these guys,
6v1 isn't looking so good, Atticus.
All right. So something happens here that may change several opinions of the proceedings. This dude, you're not sure what he does, but because he already had a fist made, but it's like he shakes his fist real hard. You're not sure what happens, but what looks like maybe a 5 or 6 inch lightsaber comes out of his hand,
Well,
and he's attempting to stab Josh with it.
Hey.
Okay, so you duck out of the way. He's going at you for a stab. You get out of the way, and it hits the wall, and sparks fly. Mark, it is your turn.
I am going to do the exact same thing, but this time with gusto.
With gusto.
Yeah, because I really want to try and somehow hold that lightsaber thing.
Okay.
So unarmed combat still, correct?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Hey.
Hot dog. See,
All right.
gusto.
So you grab the arm and are holding on. Good job. He is we're gonna say currently pinned. Gabe, it is your turn. Things just got a lot more serious.
Yup. I'm gonna go for it again.
Okay. Oh my. The dice are not being kind to you guys tonight.
Nope.
Greg. Greg. Oh, there we
It's
are.
rolling.
Hey, it's a success. Are you punching? Are you attempting to grapple? What?
Grapple.
Okay, so Gabe's already got him. No, Mark has him by the arm. You essentially jump on his back.
Yeah, like I want to bring him to the ground.
Okay. Well, he is not there yet, but it's helping. Brett. Brett is nursing a jacked up hand because he punched a wall. But he will try again because he ain't no quitter. And that's a success. And that's wow.
Brett got his shit together.
He sure did. All right, he punches this dude straight in the side of the face and does some damage. Josh, it is your turn.
I mean, seeing where they've got him, I'm going to go ahead and try again. I'm going to try to keep beating him up here. I would like to pull the firearm out, but I assume that I don't know where that falls in the actions. So
yeah, that would take one action to ready the firearm.
Okay.
So that would be your entire turn.
Yeah.
Josh, one tip though.
We don't have a lot of room.
Greg on one side and me on the other holding this guy. Aim.
Aiming.
Stay on target.
Is there any bonus for him being grappled in the attack?
Yeah, there is. You will get a 20% bonus to your attack.
And I don't need to do anything. He's just because of his status.
Yep.
Okay. So let's attack.
Oh my
Jeez.
gosh.
Mother of God.
That is
Aim.
just
So
brutal.
70%. 70, so 88.
And hey, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but if you right click on the dice to make your attack, you get a modify roll window open where you can apply
Plus 20.
yeah, where you can apply some modifiers. Okay, so you swing and you miss. Atticus, it is your turn. Are you
This
still
guy's
providing color commentary?
If he's double grappled, then maybe he'll he'd believe to tap out this time.
I don't know. The dude's got a lightsaber.
Yeah, I know, but he's being held down. I mean, like, a lightsaber's not going to do you much good if you're on the ground being punched in the face or being held to the wall.
I mean, if I was him, I would have great confidence still because we're holding him very well, but we cannot hit this man.
All right. Well, actually, I'm actually going to try to throw a punch. I'm going to see if I can maneuver myself to give him a good whop in the face.
We're all like slapping at him.
Give him a good whop.
You ever seen rabbits fighting? That's what I'm imagining.
You're killing the mood. Stop it.
Well,
That's got to be a crit success.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anytime we see
That's,
69.
Never.
House rules. House rules.
No. Check the box.
Two guys grappled in a come on, two guys grappled in an elevator.
Stop it.
What was the
HR.
being grappled?
What was the what?
What was the benefit for getting him being grappled again?
Plus 20. So you just failed.
If you right click and add the 20, then it'll work.
No, I got math.
I got math.
Yeah, I think I got it covered.
Okay, so he is going to attempt he's going to attempt to get away from the pen. Unfortunately, he is doing so at a minus 20. Oh, he missed it by 1. By 1.
Wow.
All right. I'm going to... I assume it's my turn.
Yes, it is your turn, Mark.
All right. I'm going to listen to my favorite teacher in martial arts
Yoda?
and sweep the leg.
Okay.
What's that from?
Do I get... Karate Kid. Do I do it at 20% as well?
Yes, you get a plus 20.
Is that the original Karate Kid? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
It's in the tournament. Cobra Kai, sweep the leg.
Cobra Kai, sweep the leg. That is a success. All right.
All right.
So
this guy should be flat on his ass now.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh,
It's a crit.
that's right.
His legs
How do
are
I roll damage?
So if you go to the equipment tab on your character, you should have unarmed attack and then a column there for damage / lethality.
Boom.
Oh my.
Why do I have a -1? Why do I have a -1?
Probably because of strength, I'm guessing, but I don't know.
Yeah,
that
I'm pretty
for
damn
sure.
weak.
Most
My
likely
strength's
that's it.
16, and I have a -1.
Really? Well, maybe everybody has a -1. I don't know.
All right. Well, the guy's dead
Oh,
now,
I
right?
just scanned this game.
He is not dead, but he does go down to the floor, and Gabe, you are thrown against the wall. And who was it? Was it Greg? That was you.
On his
had
back.
essentially jumped on his back. Yeah. So
That was me.
you are now underneath him as he hits the floor. And Gabe, it is your turn. There's a fire knife wielding man on the floor.
Do I have a clear shot at him?
Sure, you get a plus 20 to the roll.
He's got a red hot knife in his hand.
Wow. Let's see if I have this. That is the wrong target. Please hold. Right idea, wrong weapon. Okay.
Oh, too bad.
Wow.
All right, you miss. Greg, it is your turn.
Greg Moon unit. I'm underneath the gentleman.
Yep.
I'm gonna
You
see if I can
either-
get him in a chokehold.
Okay, I was going to say you can either punch or attempt to choke.
Go for the eyes, boo.
Do I get the 20 as well?
Yep, you'll get a plus 20%.
Boo Radley?
No.
Oh,
That was the most disappointed comment. No.
I struggle underneath him, but do not.
okay. You struggle underneath him.
Easy.
All right. Brett, plus 20. Do the thing. Hey, Brett succeeds. It's funny to me, the stoner is the one that can fight in this.
How did he have a +1?
I don't know.
Like -1 +1. It's weird.
Okay.
I'm thinking the base damage for the unarmed is 1d4 -1, and then you add your strength bonus. So because Josh has a +1 also.
Correct.
Okay, so here's the deal. With that punch, punk, the dude's eyes roll into the back of his head, his body goes limp, and the blade disappears.
It's tied to its conscious. This is a Jedi lightsaber.
Okay, I said the blade disappears.
Is the handle visible, or is it literally in his wrist?
It is not in his wrist. So upon inspection, as everybody piles out from under him and gets up and whatnot, he's holding what looks like a I forget the term, but they'll diamond etch handles to where they have very, very small diamonds etched into them for gripping. He's got what looks like just about a 3.5 inch long cylinder of metal that is in that hand, and it's got the diamond etching on it. Cool. And then on one side, there's a little hole or a divot in it, and it looks like that's probably where the blade came from.
Tom, are we still in combat?
You are no longer in combat unless you want to kill this guy.
Well, don't tempt me. But let's go ahead and just say we're full on searching this bastard.
Can we bind him with anything?
Maybe. So as you guys are, you pick the thing up and you're inspecting it. So the doors open up.
Oh shit! Not now.
And there's a dude standing there.
Fuck.
With a big cigar in his mouth, and he just stops and he looks and goes, "I'll take the next one," and turns and walks away.
Good choice, man.
And the doors close, and you realize that in the melee, Patrick, you're muted. You realize that in the melee, things had gone so crazy in here. It's made 3 stops.
I was going to say the elevator.
The doors had stopped and opened twice before this.
People just looked.
Well,
is there an emergency? Oh, Patrick can't hear. Is there like an emergency stop switch?
Not that you can see.
You know what I'm most worried about with that whole thing is we didn't even put on like a good show. People were like watching as we swung and missed, and then swung and missed, and they're like, "What the hell's wrong with these guys?"
Maybe. The other option is nobody was in from the elevator.
Hopefully. And then we got one guy in the background going, "Oh, it's 6-on-1. We've got you." Miss. Miss.
Here comes Patrick again, maybe. Hopefully. Looks like he's listening. Okay. At any rate, the elevator doors open. It's the last stop, and you are on docking bay level 6. And on this dude, you find he's got a ring. He's got that blade handle, it looks like.
We cannot
Still
hear you.
Can't hear
Patrick.
you, Patrick. somebody want to tell him that in the chat?
Can
I
you hear
believe
us?
you can hear us. We can see you. Can you nod if you can hear us?
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yep. Hopefully he'll figure it out. Okay, so he's got a ring. He's got that blade thing. He's got a what looks like another cred stick, and
I take the credit stick.
some kind of thing that looks about like a it looks like a business card, but it's not bendy. It's maybe slightly thicker too.
Can you hear me talking?
Justin?
Patrick,
I can hear it.
and come back in. I think it would iron itself out if he would drop off of the
Yeah.
Discord chat and come back
I
in.
think losing his connect. Patrick, disconnect. Disconnect and come back.
There you go. He dropped out. All right. So there you are on docking bay 6. And I'm just going to continue for a short period of time here.
Elevator. I didn't
Alright.
spell that right.
I can hear you now.
Excellent.
Hey!
So
Most point now.
super quick recap. The fight finished. The door opened. There was a guy there. He says, I'll take the next one, and walks off. You guys realize that the elevator had made 2 previous stops during the melee, so the doors had opened twice before that. You quickly loot the body. I say the body. The unconscious man. You get a few things, and then the door opens on the last stop. It is docking bay level 6, and we'll just say you guys walk down a few different hallways. It's sparsely populated, but the people that are here, I mean, these hallways are massive. They're like 100-foot wide hallways. And you can clearly see through some of the entryways leading out of this area. You can see ships. So you know you're in the right spot. And you come upon Patrick. Stick with us. I know it's after 9, but this will not take 10 minutes.
You're good. You're good.
All right. So you come upon a docking bay, and you walk into it. Because you just walk into it, you see somebody in there. Two people talking, and you walk in, and something occurs. As you get closer, you walk in, and you start to get closer. You walk in, and the ship that is docked in here is, if it's not a football field long, it's close to it. This thing is huge, and it is red, and looks to be in pretty good condition. It is an impressive spacecraft, and there are 2 people in there. One of them is an older white-haired guy, and then there is a young, much younger anyway, a woman. The older guy has white hair and a scraggly beard, and as you come in, he shoves her out of the airlock door, which is above you. He shoves her out of the airlock door and screams, "You're out. No more talking. All you do is lie." And the woman turns on him, and her voice is deadly cold. She says, "I thought you knew better, Dax. You can't kick me out. Besides, all my gear is on the boat." And the guy that she's arguing with sneers back and says, "Your crap's over there, Mesa," as he points to a corner where a pile of belongings and maybe luggage is tossed. And he says, "Take it and get lost." She retorts back. She says, "You'll never find a crew in time, you old bastard. You need me." And his reply is, "That's where you're wrong. The replacement crew's already arrived." And he points at you guys.
Huh.
She
look at each other like,
she looks over, and disgust is clearly on her face. And then she spits towards Dax, storms down the stairway, and over to her gear. Thankfully, her gear was out of the way of you guys. She didn't get close to you. So she storms over to her stuff, and she yells as she's walking away. She doesn't even look. She just yells at him. She says, "You won't live to regret this, Dax."
Jesus.
She grabs all of her crap, and then she looks at you and says, "You have no idea what you're getting into, but you're going to die finding out." And with that, she turns and storms off into the station.
I shoot her in the back.
The old guy looks down at you and says, "She's full of crap. If you want to live, you'd better get aboard." And then he turns and walks into the airlock and saying, over his shoulder, he says, "You got crew skills, Earthers?" And that's where we'll end.
All right.
Man.
That answers so many questions.
We got inept combat. And
So we have Dax and who? Wendy?
Mesa,
Mesa.
Mesa, that's right.
similar to Wendy.
Similar to where
So,
yes. Let me see if I can show you Dax right quick. I can show you Mesa too, I think.
I need to relocate to see this picture.
Crap. Come on.
I don't see anything, so
Yeah, hold on. Oh, come on. Why is it not working? Oh, this is killing me. All right, we're not going to mess with it. I'll show you Dax. I'll put pictures in the Discord later. That's the one thing I assumed was going to behave just like it did in the Pathfinder stuff, and it's not. So.
You get for assuming.
That is definitely what I get for assuming. Oh, wait, maybe? Okay.
oh, there he is.
Picture of
He's a
Dax.
nice looking gentleman.
What a guy.
Incoming.
You don't get to be that old by screwing over your crews.
Never.
All right, are you ready for Mesa?
Oh, yeah. Ah!
Whoa.
Easy,
I'm scared.
Aiden.
I'm a lazy eye.
I'm scared.
He does that all day.
Oh, wow. I didn't even notice the lazy eye. Yeah.
Is she talking to me or to my forehead?
Harsh.
Talking to your 10 head.
Harsh. All right, so there you go.
Got a scar
You
on
have
her
a
cheek.
Do you have a picture of the ship?
I don't have a useful picture of the ship that would not give a bunch of stuff away.
Gotcha.
Well, you know
We're
what?
okay with that.
Maybe we can try it. Hang on.
Well, just because in my mind, the ship's going to last longer than Dax is, because Josh is murdering this guy.
Wow.
He already thought about it.
All right. So let me know if you can. I'm going to reload right here just to kind of get that going. Let me know if you can see this. Now there should be at the front of the ship a big black area that you can't see anything.
Ooh. Correct.
Okay. So just imagine that from the side.
It is a big ship.
It is a very big ship.
Right on.
I just see her, Mesa still.
You have to close it or move it out of the way.
There it is. There it is. Wow. Gorgeous.
So there you go.
Awesome.
Ship. We fought way less people than I thought we would.
Yeah,
It's probably a good thing at this point.
All right. Awesome. Good
Don't know what
session.
you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about, Justin. We were amazing.
We'll go with that. Don't look
Our
back
fighting
at the
skills were perfect.
we did win, so
It was a 6-on-1 and we barely won. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
There was no damage even taken by us. That's a pure
Yeah.
win.
There we go. All right. Undefeated.
Yeah. I mean, Brett hauled most of the water on that one, guys. So what does that tell you?
Hey, curious, what is your plan with Brett? Is he just going to be the NPC?
We'll just find out.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
I thought about
I'm making
killing
him
him
a
off,
villain. So,
but
yeah. That's what I was wondering if that was your game plan. If he's
What's-
going to die like in the next 10 seconds.
What's our new guy's name? What's our crewmate or the captain?
Dax. D-A-X.
He's going to be Dax's love interest.
Oh my. Okay.
Yo. All right.
All right, fellas.
It is almost an hour
you,
past
guys.
my bedtime.
What are you, old?
Jeez.
Hey,
That's not true.
can I yell?
You offended so many people with one comment.
You guys have met me, right? See you, Patrick.
It's a good time. Not everybody.
Night.
I,